It is sad to see very intelligent young people falling into a life of crime. These juvenile criminals evolve because of bad influences at the wrong time in their life, slipping past a point of no return. Often it's just bad parenting. The first pilgrim in 1619 came to escape the tyranny from monarchs who owned and controlled everything. These pilgrims were like juveniles, only exposed to poor parenting of tyrannical kings and dictators. They tried the only system they knew when they arrived, which was socialistic, and it failed miserably. There was no government in the world that even considered living by the golden rule. Monarchies used their subject to provide food for their court in return for providing protection from warring neighbors. This is a form of slavery, poor socialism, with tyrannical overtones where the king takes almost everything in return for some security. The process of our American Revolution was very messy. Many of the colonists were sympathetic to the British Crown and did not want to risk their position in colonial society. They accepted the mild slavery of the Crown. Franklin scolded them by saying anyone prepared to give up a little freedom for some security deserves neither. The same words apply today. We celebrate the 4th as a way to recognize the divine intervention our country experienced. The objective of the founders was not to be free from British rule, but the opportunity to implement a capitalistic government, which was never been done before. This was the first time in world history where a blank slate was available to test it. It would allow every citizen to own property in order to be a part of a capitalistic system. All other places in the world were saddled with monarchies, who were reluctant to relinquish their power and wealth to allow capitalism with private property ownership to be considered. The opportunity seen by our founders was incredibly astounding. A new country with resources beyond imagination. An opportunity to build a new nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. It was not perfect, as nothing ever is, with human failings along the way. Sadly, every country in history is a result of their conquest. Using these sad examples as an excuse to condemn our country is like condemning a lion for killing a deer to survive. Peace through strength, trust but verify, and good fences make good neighbors are some of the many conundrums in life. When we set off fireworks, it's not for freedom from England that we are celebrating. We are celebrating our right to own property, own our own destiny, believe in God, and have a government where we have control in order to force our politicians to try to live by the golden rule. There are factions that don't want society to own things and have liberty. This concept is very threatening. They are the ones in charge and benefit from socialistic systems. The power of ownership, the self-reliance and liberty under God with a system of laws that follows the golden rule and the 10 commandments is why we are grateful and celebrate. We must continue to cherish that which many brave sons and daughters died over the past 45 years. Would you? God bless America. This is Keith Kuby wishing you the best, making the world a better place.